We do not allow the following people, living or deceased, or groups to maintain a presence, for example, have an account, page, or group on our platform. Terrorist organizations and terrorist. A terrorist organization is defined as any non-governmental organization that engages in premeditated acts of violence against persons or property to intimidate a civilian population, government, or international organization in order to achieve a political, religious, or ideological aim. A member of a terrorist organization or any person who commits a terrorist act is considered a terrorist. A terrorist act is defined as a premeditated act of violence against persons or property carried out by a non-government actor to intimidate a civilian population, government, or international organization in order to achieve a political, religious, or ideological aim. Hate organizations and their leaders and prominent members. A hate organization is defined as any association of 3 or more people that is organized under a name, sign, or symbol, and that has an ideology, statements, or physical actions that attack individuals based on characteristics, including race, religious affiliation, nationality, ethnicity, gender, sex, sexual orientation, serious disease, or disability. Mass and serial murderers. We consider a homicide to be a mass murder if it results in 4 or more deaths in one incident. We consider any individual who has committed 2 or more murders over multiple incidents or locations a serial murderer. We make these assessments based upon the information available to us and will generally apply this policy to a mass or serial murderer who meets any of the following criteria. They were convicted of mass or serial murder. They were killed by law enforcement during commission of the mass or serial murder or during subsequent flight. They killed themselves at the scene or in the aftermath of the mass or serial murder. They were identified by law enforcement with images from the crime. Human trafficking groups and their leaders. Human trafficking groups are organizations responsible for any of the following: prostitution of others, forced/bonded labor, slavery, or the removal of organs. Recruiting, transporting, transferring, detaining, providing, harboring, or receiving a minor or an adult against their will. Criminal organizations and their leaders and prominent members. A criminal organization is defined as any association of 3 or more people that is united under a name, color, hand gesture, or recognized indicia that has engaged in or threatened to engage in criminal activity including, but not limited to, homicide, drug trafficking, arms trafficking, identity theft, money laundering, extortion or trafficking, assault, kidnapping, sexual exploitation, covered in Section 7 and Section 8. We do not allow symbols that represent any of the above organizations or individuals to be shared on our platform without context that condemns or neutrally discusses the content. We do not allow content that praises any of the above organizations or individuals or any act committed by them. We do not allow coordination of support for any of the above organizations or individuals or any acts committed by them. 3. Promoting or publicizing crime. We prohibit people from promoting or publicizing violent crime, theft, and/or fraud because we do not want to condone this activity and because there is a risk of copycat behavior. We also do not allow people to depict criminal activity or admit to crimes they or their associates have committed. We do, however, allow people to debate or advocate for the legality of criminal activities as well as address them in a rhetorical or satirical way. Do not post content depicting, admitting, or promoting the following criminal acts committed by you or your associates: acts of physical harm committed against people, acts of physical harm committed against animals except in cases of hunting, fishing, religious sacrifice, or food preparation/processing, poaching or selling endangered species or their parts, stage animal versus animal fights, theft, vandalism, or property damage, fraud, trafficking as referenced in Section 2, sexual violence or sexual exploitation, including sexual assault as referenced in Section 7 and Section 8.